Hello, my friends. It's Mrs. Egan. I wanted to read you something very special. Today begins the season of Ramadan, where our Muslim friends and neighbors and classmates observe a time of fasting when they don't eat, a time of prayer, and a time of reflection when they're thinking about how they have conducted themselves and whether they have been doing the right thing. It's also a time of charity when Muslim people do things for the community. It's very, very similar to what Christians do if they observe Lent as you lead up to Easter, thinking about what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. We abstain from certain things. We don't eat certain things. We don't do certain things, trying to experience what it is to go without. It's also very similar to the Jewish tradition of Rosh Hashanah leading up to Yom Kippur, which is New Year, and you reflect on how you have conducted yourself in the past year and are you ready for the next year. It's all very similar. They all are working towards the same thing, to make us become a better person and behave better. And I found a book that I thought would be very appropriate for today. It's called The Proudest Blue. It's a story of hijab and family. That's what it says here. And the reason I picked it is because I could tell, because of the hijab, that this would be a really good story to explain what it is like to wear hijab. And it is written by somebody who's actually quite famous. It is Ibtihaj Muhammad. Ibti is her nickname. Ibtihaj Muhammad is a black Muslim American woman who competed in the Olympics in a hijab. And go look up fencing, because that's what she competed in, and she won a medal and everything. And by becoming famous, she decided that it was her responsibility and her joy to share what it was like to be her in America, black, Muslim, wearing hijab. And she wanted to share her story. And so she does talks, and she's been in the news. She's written this story, and she's also written another grown-up story. I think it's called Proud. But she got together with S.K. Ali, who is another Muslim author from Canada, and she told her story to S.K., and S.K. helped her write the story out so that it would be a good book for children. And they found the art is by Hatem Ali, and I don't know if the publisher got them or if SK and Ibti decided to find Hatem. But Hatem Ali is the illustrator. Now it is a hardback. Okay, I've already taken off the jacket because I want to show you something really wonderful. This is what it looks like when you open it up. So you know, Mrs. Egan, I always investigate the whole book before I even get to reading what the story's about, right? So by opening this all the way up, look what we found. So the front cover, I would assume that the blue of her hijab is water, because this little girl is in a little paper boat, right? So you figure that's got to be the water. But when you follow it back, where are we now? These are clouds. These are little birds. We're up in the sky. So the blue of the water is also the blue of the sky. Now I'm going to read you this bit of text here. You'll see this text, or you'll hear it in the story with different illustrations, but I think it's worth reading twice. Asia's hijab is like the ocean and the sky. No line between them, saying hello with a loud wave. Is it a wave or a wave? Saying, I'll always be here, like sisters, like me and Asia. So the story is written from her point of view. This little girl is her sister, and Asia is her big sister, and she's the person who's wearing the hijab. Let's go to the wallpaper or the end papers, right? Because watch this. So here's the front wallpaper. Let's check the back. Is it the same? Nope. Two totally different illustrations. I love that the illustrator has used every bit of this book, every single bit of this book, to show you some beautiful pictures of the story and the people in the story. So this one here in the back, we'll start in the back. This is somebody's house. And there's a mom and a dad waving. I don't know if you can see that. And then the two children are running to the what? Something you haven't been in a while. A school bus, right? They're running to the school bus. Now, in this picture, she's wearing her hijab. And her little sister is not. Because the hijab is worn by Muslim women and girls of a certain age. When they're little, they can wear them for special occasions, but they don't have to. But it's tradition at a certain age that a Muslim girl will eventually, when she gets a certain age, she will eventually wear a hijab all the time when she's outside the house. And here we are in the front. Now this shows her without a hijab. And here's the little sister, and here's her mom. Right? And they've gone to the hijab store. Yes, there are stores that sell hijabs. Just like a store sells shoes or cars or a suit. You go to a store to find a hijab because there are so many choices. A hijab is a long, beautiful scarf, and it can be any color. It can be any print. There's different materials that they're made out of. It's just traditional that they should cover the hair. So it has to be big enough to do that. And I imagine different people have different size heads. So I wonder if sometimes there's some that are longer and some that are shorter. Because I would think that a little girl like that wouldn't need one quite so long. But this is something I don't know because Mrs. Egan is not Muslim. But look at this. So here's our half title page, right? And here's our dedication page. I'll read that in a second. But what's usually here? Usually what's here is all the information about the story, where it's been published, where you find it in the Library of Congress. Did anybody catch where that was? Way back here on the back. The back wallpaper. It's way over there in the corner. See all those little words? Those teeny tiny little words? That's all that information. Okay? But here, the illustrator, again, used another opportunity to show us a picture of what it's like to be a Muslim picking out hijab. And so here they are looking at all the different kinds. And these ones here, this is like the mannequin heads, and they've got the different scarves, and they're showing different ways that you can wear it. Okay? So the dedication is, so Ibti dedicates to Zaid and Malia, may your faith be greater than your fears. Great line. And then S.K. Ali, the Canadian author, is in memory of Rahima Yazdani. And then the illustrator says, to my mother, Samia Abdel Mohsen, with love. Let's read our story. The Proudest Blue, a story of hijab and family. Mama holds out the pink. Mama loves pink. But Asiya shakes her head. I know why. Behind the counter is the brightest blue, the color of the ocean, if you squint your eyes and pretend there's no line between the water and the sky. It's the first day hijab. Asiya knows it. I know it. We are sisters. Now, you can't see this, but between the word first and the word day is a dash. So that means that it's describing the word hijab. So it's the first day hijab, which means it's the hijab that she will wear on her first day of wearing it all the time. The next day, I wait. A new backpack, new light-up shoes. I feel special. I feel like twirling. Asiya comes out of the house and I stop. It's the most beautiful first day of school ever. very bright perspective on things. It also does look like a beautiful day. And here's Asiya in her first day hijab. I'm walking with a princess, so I pretend I'm one too. But even princesses have to stop and cross the street. Asiya takes my hand in hers and says, come on, Faiza. We speed walk it. 14 steps, 14 light ups to get across, because her shoes, right, they light up. Asiya takes me to my line first and hugs me goodbye. I turn to watch her leave, give a little curtsy to the princess going to the 6th grade area. She's easy to see. Her hijab smiles at me the whole way. My first day hijab is going to be blue too. So here she is, right? This is Faiza. And here's Asiya going to see her friends. Hey, I'm on my way. Here I am. What's that on your sister's head? The girl in front of me whispers. A scarf. I whisper back. I don't know why a whisper came out. I try again. Louder now. A scarf. Hijab. Oh, she whispers. It's an honest question. Don't be afraid to ask a question, even if you worry that it might be embarrassing. But if you say it correctly and politely and you really want to know the answer, it's okay to ask questions like that. Asiya's hijab isn't a whisper. Asiya's hijab is like the sky on a sunny day. The sky isn't a whisper. It's always there, special and regular. The first day of wearing hijab is important, Mama had said. It means being strong. Do we think that Asiya looks strong? I think so. She's smiling. She looks peaceful. She's got her eyes closed. She's calm. Maybe all those things help make us strong. I turn, but I can't see the blue anymore. I run to the big kid's side. 27 steps to see Asiya. I need to give her another hug. I need to see her smile. Faiza! Asiya's eyes wonder why I'm here. Are you excited? I ask. About the first day of hijab? She nods, smiling big, and I feel better. Someone laughs from nearby. A boy pointing at Asiya. Look at their faces. Can you see that? Nobody seems to be very impressed with that. It's different to ask a question. What is that? Or why do you do that? Or could you explain something to me? It's very different to do what that boy's doing. And she's this little girl is like, why is he doing that? She knows why. But why? What good is it? Now the illustrator is showing these boys, okay, in black, purple, and red shadow. They have no details to their bodies or their faces. I think that's very interesting. Even though they're closer to us than some of these other people, look at how dark the illustrator has made them. Asiya's hijab isn't a laugh. Asiya's hijab is like the ocean waving to the sky. It's always there, strong and friendly. Some people won't understand your hijab, Mama had said. But if you understand who you are, one day they will too. In class, I draw a picture. 2 princesses in hijab having a picnic on an island where the ocean meets the sky. The girl who whispered in line says she likes it. She says it's so loud the teacher comes over to see it. I wonder if Asiya draws a picture too. Recess time is for 5 cartwheels in a row. I land the last one near the 6th graders, near Asiya and her friends. Near a boy yelling, I'm gonna pull that tablecloth off your head. That's not nice. There they are again. We know those are the bad boys, right? Or the bad people. They're black and purple and red and have no details. Asiya's hijab isn't a tablecloth. Asiya's hijab is blue. Only blue. Now Asiya's face is a little different this time. You can understand that. Nobody likes to be picked on or made fun of or pointed out, right? For being different. None of us like that. See her mouth, how small it is, and see how big and serious her eyes are? But Asiya turns away. Her friends turn away too. They race to the middle of the schoolyard, their shoes pounding the pavement, playing tag. Mama also said, don't carry around the hurtful words that others say. Drop them. They are not yours to keep. They only belong to those who said them. Now that is worth repeating. Did you hear that? Don't carry around the hurtful words that others say. Drop them. They are not yours to keep. They belong only to those who said them. That's really good advice. You don't have to hold on to mean words. You don't need to keep them. You can give them back. Drop them. It takes me 48 steps to get away from the yelling boy. And look at the yelling boy, black, purple, and red. He's drawn with no detail. He's at the bottom dark part of my page, right? And they're not even showing the words. They're just showing this puff of dark yuckiness coming out of his mouth. And she's walked away with her little light up shoes. And look at, she's looking back at him like, and she's going off into the brighter part of the page, the top of the page, right? After school, I look around. I look for whispers and laughs and shouts. So she's afraid now because she's experienced these mean, hateful words, and she's got like wondering if the ghosts, more people are going to do that. So the illustrator has shown them as being kind of scary looking. But I only see Asiya waiting for me like it's a regular day. She's smiling, strong. Here's Asiya, and here's our little girl. We cross the road hand in hand. I can't wait to get home to show Mama the picture I drew, to show Asiya that I'm wearing the same hijab in it. Because Asiya's hijab is like the ocean and the sky. Do you remember these words? No line between them, saying hello with a loud wave. Saying I'll always be here like sisters, like me and Asiya. Do you notice the background is these beautiful colors of blue and they're all in these waves? That's what it's like to have a big sister. So I'm going to show you the back page because this back page, this is a real photograph of Ibti, okay? And these are the two girls in the story. This is Asiya and this is Faiza right there, if you can see that. And this author's note and author's note, because we've got the two authors, right? We've got Ibti wrote it, and then we've got the other lady, what was her name? S.K. Ali. S.K. Ali wrote her little bit. And really the part that I want to just read you is what she said. She said, I wanted to tell the story so that children who look like me could see themselves in a picture book. And there you are. Yes, you're in a picture book. She says, I wanted to say it loud and proud that my hijab is part of me. It is a testament to my faith and my love of Allah. And she says, my hijab is beautiful, and to the young girls out there reading this story who are also wearers of hijab, so is yours. And down here, S.K. Ali says, put on your light up shoes and land those cartwheels. And if you do it wearing your proudest color hijab, all the more beautiful. So that is a fun little story for us this day that we begin Ramadan, and that we can share the proudest blue and understand a little bit more about our friends and neighbors and classmates who might wear hijab, or who have people in their family who wear hijab. And now you know. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.